Kids and cadets, welcome back to Tommy Time. Appreciate you coming out. What we have here is a Craftsman Platinum. It's a 2012 model year. This came in a group that I paid $70 for. I initially paid $70 for 4 units, and ended up getting 5 that I was able to rectify or work on. Here's a couple of them here nearby. I ended up with this yard machine I've been working on, this Power Smart that was strip clean, and another Power Smart as well. So I decided to tackle this Craftsman today. This thing did start off when we tried it, but it had issues up here at the safety brake. So we'll discuss that first, and then I'll discuss what I found down here. So as you recall in the first video, the safety brake here was broken. This was a double cable, something like this. This end of the cable with the loop is for the safety brake bar. This one with the Z-bend is for the bag release. So I don't care about the bag release that had the Z-bend, but unfortunately the safety brake had the circle end, and the bar requires the Z-bend, so they kind of screwed you on that deal. If it was the other way around, I could have used that cable and still been able to function the mower. So I found a solution to that. I went in my pile of cables and matched a few up. If you want to eliminate that catastrophe, you can get a 94589, which is the same as an AYP 427497. But if you put 94589 on the Big Jungle Company or Flea Bay, you'll get a hit, and these aren't very expensive. So it was the right length, and with the cable all the way back, I got my clip there. It's opening up the gap here on the kill wire linkage, so plenty of room here, and it's taking off the safety brake. So I kind of more or less tore this thing down to spray paint it. We'll discuss that in a minute. But when I took the recoil off, I noticed the thermostatic arm here was off to the side. It was not in between the plastic U here for the air vane. So that's going to create an issue in starting. It started easy for us because the ambient air temperature is pretty warm here in Southwest Florida, but on a cold day, if this wasn't set up right, it'd be hard to start. As you recall, in another video, I show you how to line these two things up. There's 2 little tick marks here on the plastic. You want to eyeball the arm. It should be in between those 2 tick marks. This one is, just barely. This is aluminum. You can bend this accordingly. And to the side, you see 2 tick marks here, and the leading edge of the arm. This is also bendable. You put your finger there and you can move that leading edge out or back. So I adjusted it. If you look at it from the side, the leading edge falls in between those 2 tick marks. So this is set up properly. What'll happen is the muffler heats up. There's a thermostatic wafer with a spring down there. It opens the arm here to full choke. Excuse me, full open. It's at full choke at rest. So I had bought a pile of spray cans from my scrapper recently. This Miracle brand is Dollar General, and I'm looking at the price, and it was only $1. This thing must have been out of the 90s, and I kind of looked at the back here. I see a date code of 1995. You don't get spray paint for $1 anymore. So I flat black that. I flat blacked a little bit here on the recoil. And what else? A little bit right in here and down there where the oil tube goes. So a little bit of touch up on this. So we're ready to put it back together. I didn't show you this yet, but this is what it is. This is the engine number. A Quantum style, built May of 2012. Here's the crafty number if you want to order parts. If you need engine parts, put this in your search and you'll get jack small engines or parts replacement direct. There's a bunch of aftermarket sellers for parts. So let's put you back on the stand. Oh, there was one more thing that was missing on this, and it was this stop bar. If you don't have the bar, this thing falls all the way forward. This stop bar here stops it in that position. So I got to install that. If I can do it one-handed. I'll put you back on the stand. It'll go something like that. So I got to screw that into place. Mailman's at the box. He's stuffing the shit out of it, so I'm getting some packages. They're great guys, but they don't want to stop and get out and bring stuff to the front door. They want to jam the shit out of your box. Save steps, save time. Okay. I'm putting the bar stop on now. Then we'll get down. We'll start with the recoil. We'll put that on. And then the tank, I cleaned out the tank. This thing was running. Fuel was very clean. I'm not going to reuse it. I'm going to put fresher fuel in it. Although this looks pretty fresh, I just want to make sure. So that's that. What else? I think that's it for now. Let's get busy. Oh, carburetor's brand new. Forgot to tell you that. So when Harvey, the homeowner, had this apart, he put the carburetor in and didn't pay attention to the setup of the wafer. He put the air vane on and didn't put the wafer where it should have went. He got the job almost correct, but not all the way, unfortunately. He was so close. But this isn't a game of horseshoes. This is serious business, small engine repair. Okay, let me start getting serious here. It's serious time. So this is what we're going to do. This had plenty of oil in it. It just needs to be changed. And the blade needs to be serviced. I just thought I'd do a little beauty on this thing. So I'm going to get all these started, grab my DeWalt, and go to town. I just threw a Chinese plug in this. It didn't have the right plug. It had like a lawnmower plug in it, so I threw one of these Chinese plugs in. I probably got this in a kit with a carburetor. I checked the plug out that's in it. I had twins, and they fired off. So I'm going to use this temporarily until I can get a Champion. Okay, so that's that. So this group for 70s turning out pretty good. We had one, the one that I had the most promising outcome for turned out to be a bad engine, so that was unfortunate. I also removed the starter on this thing. I don't know where I set it down at, but I removed the starter already. It's around here somewhere. Okay, I found it. Took the starter off. This was an electric start. When I got it, all the wires had been cut off. The only thing that remained was the starter, so that's just dead weight. A couple pounds here of weight you're pushing around, or the machine's pushing it around. Okay. I'm missing the bolt to the tank here at the back. Okay. I'll have to go without that. No, I got it. I got my hands on it. Don't forget your little spacer. That's got to go back on. So what I'll do is get this thing started, get my fuel line hooked up, and then my 3 here on the top. Okay. Needle nose. So I've had a few customers come out. So season is coming along nicely. Some inquiries. Some people actually showing up, which is nice. I don't know how the economy's going to play out. I think it might help me. People won't be able to afford a $300 mower for the cheapest model out there. $285, $290 for the crappy power smart type machines. So hopefully it'll help me with the used units. Bargain hunters don't want to spend a lot of money, add money to their credit card bills, and they come out and buy a quality good used mower from Tommy Time Incorporated, and hopefully bring me a dead mower. The last several people have said they've pushed them to the street because I asked, do you have the mower? I'll give you money for trade. And they say, oh, no, I put it out at the street and it was gone in 15 minutes. I've had several people tell me that, which I understand. They think, well, why do I need this anymore? It don't run. There would be no use to hold on to the unit unless they were handy and they kept it for parts, got a similar branded machine and had a parts machine. But nobody does that anymore. Okay. Fuel line's on. This is buttoned down. We need the beauty ring. We got to thread the cord through here. So what else do we need? We need the backing plate for the carburetor. We'll do that. We need this little doodad, which you never find on a unit. They end up being missing. So they must have spent $40 or more, I'm thinking, on a original branded Briggs carburetor. There should be no reason this thing does not perform perfectly. So just blade sharpening and oil change, and this thing will be ready to go. I will look at the front wheel drive, make sure that's lubricated and there's no wear on the gears of the wheels. Okay, that's tight. The filter that came in it isn't bad. I don't have a new one out here, so I'm just going to throw this in temporarily. I'll just finger tighten the cover, and these two Phillips go in here like so. Then we need this doodad. Grab a Phillips. Well, that was good. That was lined up perfectly. We'll check the oil one more time. Make sure I didn't spill any of it, but I don't think I did. Yeah, we got halfway. It's just well used. Okay. Okay, we got the pull handle where it needs to go. Remove the farm animals. Put fuel in it. I got a fresh batch of Wawa fuel. Pennsylvania-based gas station, moving into Florida. If you're from Philly, the main line. You've seen plenty of Wawa gas stations. Devon, Wayne, Pennsylvania. You know who I'm talking about. Bryn Mawr. Okay, what do we got? We got the countdown. Let's do this thing. I could smell the paint burning off. So it started with one pull. Little bit of paint burn off. So engaged it. The wheels need some servicing. You can see how cockeyed they wore out. This one wore out on the inside. Without any weight on the deck, they engaged. I put them down to the ground and they barely wanted to move. So the drive system needs attention. Maybe it needs wheels. Let me see if I can turn this over one-handed. May need bushings. That could be what it is. Although this, yeah, I can feel up here there's some play in the axle. So ironically, I had a bunch of them come in from AliExpress and Temu. No, I think it was AliExpress. I don't think I got them from Temu. So maybe I'll see if those will fit on this Crafty, because that was the deal on the last Crafty. I didn't have any wheel bearings, and it wanted me to buy the whole assembly here for 20 bucks a side. It would have been 40 bucks. I bought some 10 packs from different companies of these wheel bearings. They were off by 1 millimeter each on their dimensions, so I want to see which company fits the best. So maybe that's what I'll do tomorrow, get late in the day. I just wanted to bring you kids and cadets along to put this thing back together. We're going to discuss the yard machine that came in this group. I think I've already done a video on the Power Smart. That was a video I did with a carb clean. I had it up on the tailgate on the other complete machine and did a Power Smart carb clean. So these 5 units that I got for 70 are coming along well. I think there's only 1 out of the 5 complete units, like I said, is a dead unit. I won't be able to do anything with it. I think it's plastic cam gear deal on a Briggs & Stratton overhead valve engine. So let me get you my cheat sheet again. If you want to replace that cluster, you know what, the cluster cluck that they give you with this double cable scenario, you can go with this part number, the 94589. The original number is an AYP number, American Yard Products, 427497. I'll put that down below. This happens to be a 2012 Crafty. It's the Platinum engine. That's the engine number, 7.25. And here's the Sears and Roebuck number if you want to order any of the body parts. If you want engine parts, put this number in on Google and you'll get hits. There's 4 or 5 major players in the aftermarket parts world. One of them will have everything you need. Okay, we're done with this one. I may be sitting on the front porch talking to Atlas Mason here in a few minutes. Atlas Mason was a great guy. He knew how to preserve life and everything else in it. Have a good night, good day. Appreciate you coming out. I'll have some more for you. We'll go through a couple of the other 5 for 70 deals here. Wheels and transmission, we got to look at this one. It's not 100%, but we're going to make it 100%. Make sure your waitress and wait staff are tipped accordingly. I appreciate you taking care of them. So do they. Have a good day today.